Why are so many footballers suddenly flying to Turkey and coming back with elite hairlines? We're not just talking about Wayne Rooney or David Beckham here. This has become a full-blown trend. Strikers, wingers, and even goalkeepers are getting their hairlines rebuilt mid-career. But is it just vanity, or does it actually help their game? So, I did the research. I found every player who had a hair transplant during their playing career, when they did it, how open they were about it, and most importantly, what happened to their form after. And what I found is kind of surprising. Let's kick things off with one of the most open players in this whole trend, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. In summer 2022, he flew to Turkey and opened up about the transplant on a podcast. He seemed very satisfied, and clearly so were Barcelona fans. After a trophy-less season and heavy criticism, he returned and equaled the La Liga clean sheet record, while Barca won the domestic treble. Coincidence? I don't think so. This is totally unrelated to the fact that Balde, Christensen, and Koundé arrived at the same time. Totally. Anyway, now we head to right back, and we had a problem. I couldn't find any fullbacks that got hair transplants, so we had to dig deep and landed on Jurgen Klopp. Yes, that Klopp. He used to play at right back in the day, and striker for some reason, and got his hair transplant back in 2012 in Düsseldorf. He's really chill about it, and he even recommended the clinic to Mario Götze. According to Götze, Klopp winked and said, "Don't worry, I'll save the doctor's number, you might need it." Did it boost his coaching powers? Not quite. Dortmund went trophyless the next season, though that might have had something to do with Bayern going absolutely crazy. In the center of defense, let's talk Rob Holding, one of the few who went public. He posted about his transplant in October 2021, tying it to mental health awareness. But while his hairline looked great, his place in the squad didn't. Arsenal brought in Ben White, and Holding spent most of the season on the bench. Off the pitch, a success. On the pitch, not so much. Let's contrast that with his centre-back partner, Gabriel Magalhaes. He got a transplant in the summer of 2022, this time in Turkey. Unlike Rob, everything clicked. Arsenal pushed for the title, and Gabriel started every game and became one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. Now we're at left-back, and like I said before, it's hard to find fullbacks. The closest we've got is Kyle Walker. He's never confirmed anything, so I'll just put up the photos on screen and let you guys decide in the comments. Let's move into midfield, where we start with Cesc Fabregas. He never said a word about it, but his hairline transformation in summer 2014 was very real. He left Barca, joined Chelsea, and instantly dropped 18 assists as they won the title. Coincidence? Again, I don't think so. Right next to him, David Silva. His situation was similar. Rumors of a transplant in 2017, but no confirmation. He even went bald for a while, which is pretty common post-operation. 17-18 was one of his best ever. 20 goal involvements and part of City's Centurions. Let's hit the wings and start with the biggest glow-up of them all, Mo Salah. Last summer, he showed up looking 5 years younger. Didn't say anything publicly, but the change was obvious. What followed? The most goal contributions in Premier League history, and a second league title to go along with it. So yeah, that one definitely worked. And to balance it out, we've got his best friend Sadio Mane. He had his transplant in early 2021, so during the season, which is pretty unusual. Before the operation, he had 10 goals that season. But after, he got 7 goals and still ghosted against Real Madrid in 2 legs in the Champions League. So the form stayed mostly the same, but at least he looked better doing it, I guess. And up top, it wouldn't be a hair transplant video without the pioneer himself, Wayne Rooney. He famously tweeted about getting one in 2011, and that season, 34 goals and a 5th place Ballon d'Or finish. United didn't win any silverware, but his hairline definitely did. And finally, we've got Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He never confirmed anything, and there's that viral clip of his teammate rubbing off his spray-on hairline. So, transplant, spray, who knows? Either way, the year that the rumor started, he won the Golden Boot, so the goals were definitely real. And to top it all off as a bonus, we've got the manager, Antonio Conte. He's had 3 procedures, but his first came after a major injury at Euro 2000, and his playing career declined after that, so we can't really draw a conclusion from it. So, back to the question, why are so many footballers doing this? After all of this deeply serious, peer-reviewed research, here's what I found. Out of the 11, 7 actually improved after that transplant. So I'm not saying it's scientifically proven, but you might want to book a consultation before Sunday League kicks off again. Only 2 of them actually went to Turkey because they're probably all rich enough to get it done at luxury clinics just down the road. And only 5 of them were open about it. Maybe it's shame, maybe it's privacy, or maybe it's just that it doesn't really come up naturally in interviews. Positionally, strikers and wingers dominate the list. I had so many attackers that I could have put on this 11, and the fullbacks and defenders had none. Maybe that reflects how, the forwards always get all the attention and they're always in the spotlight compared to these defenders who never get the glory. Honestly, I think this trend is a good thing. Hair transplants becoming normalized in football might seem like a vanity trend on the surface, but I think it's a small step forward for men's mental health and body image in a world where these guys, these celebrities, are filmed, dissected, and memed 24/7. Tell me in the comments which best 11 I should make next. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.